Yeah, you're empty.
Hello, my name is Rebecca. Welcome back to my simple country life. Um, Life's been a little hectic lately. We've been getting a lot of rain. I'm feeling a lot of overwhelm, but I thought I'd do a quick end of May garden tour and kind of show you what's going on in the garden these days. In the backyard oval garden, my yellow knockout roses are blooming. Salvia's blooming. The lily of the valley that I was given is doing great. I was given this jump seed that I planted. It's not doing super great right now, but it's hanging in there, and it looks like I've got some violets growing, and I'm just gonna let them go. The butterfly bush is filling out. This fall I'll be doing some rearranging in this bed, but for now just letting it do its thing. We had 5 cubic yards of sifted topsoil delivered, and the rain has just beat it down, and we're just trying to find time to get it moved over into the native, what will be the native garden bed, St. Francis Garden, Memorial Pet Garden, whatever we're going to call it. But we may have to get some more dirt before it's all over with, because it's kind of just, getting beat down and washed away here and there, little by little. But it is what it is. I think it was last week's video where I redid the beds in front of the deck. This is on the side by the ramp, and I had dug up the winter sown marigolds, and that's where they ended up. A couple of them, there was 2 big clumps, and I was able to divide them into 5 smaller clumps. So there's, you can see 3 of them, 1, 2, and then 1 over there, 3. The hens and chicks are doing fantastic. They're making little chicks all over, so that's just very happy there, and I'm happy to see it doing. Looks like my blanket flowers are getting ready to throw off some blooms. The Stella d'Oro daylilies are doing well. The silver mound artemisia that I moved out of the front deck beds ended up there, and then the other 2 marigolds ended up there. The Royal Ascot euphorbia is just about done blooming. These little pansies, I think, are just about done with life. The calamintha is looking good, though. This is the Walker's Low. Yes, I believe the Walker's Low catmint nepeta. And probably after this video, I'll be trimming it back, doing, I think it's called the Chelsea chop, and letting it just refill back out. But it's looking and smelling pretty good right now. And then over in the little half circle bed, oh, we got a branch down. Let me get that out of there. Ugh. We have an iris blooming. We have the daisies blooming. We have the dianthus blooming. The lamb's ear is doing something weird. And these pansies, violas, whichever they are, not too happy. This planter has not been too happy. The rosemary's doing okay. The lavender's meh. And the Dusty Miller, compared to what's going on my pots on the porch, is just not doing much here. On the other side of the gate, this is where we get into my overwhelm, and I did a lot of it to myself. See, this Dusty Miller's doing good. This lavender's doing good. This rosemary's doing good. I got that little butterfly pick at the Wheeler Gardens, one of the local nurseries. So this is where my overwhelm comes in, is I bought 3 evergreens, and this is one of them. This is a golden barberry And then I have some variegated liripe that needs to be planted. A friend gave me a whole bunch of bearded iris, and this is blue flag iris in this pot. She also gave me a bunch of peonies, and that's them in this pot. I need to get out here and deadhead my pink double knockout rose. This is a whole bunch of the bearded iris that she gave me, and I had just healed it in. Had a bag of soil and just healed it in. We have very few. There's a canna lily coming up back there, and some more canna lilies coming back there. I did all those wildflower seeds and don't have hardly, like, maybe a few wildflowers coming up, or maybe they're weeds. I don't know. We'll find out together. This daylily is getting ready to put out a bunch of blooms. That forsythia is still doing okay. The flag irises, the Dutch irises were beautiful. I had several white ones, and then the rest were purple. Now there is a bunch of stuff going on here, so hopefully these are wildflowers. I think some of that may be weeds. So this was the hibiscus or rose of Sharon. It's dead. So, and that's a yew, a Hicks yew, and so the Hicks yew is going to go there. And a little bird bath. Oh, there's a canna lily doing really good. Coming on up. Can't wait to see what colors they are. I'm also growing a pretty healthy crop of mushrooms here and there just because of all the rain. My alliums bloomed and were so beautiful. The purple sensation allium, but now they're done blooming. And those are probably the gladiolas that I planted. And then here's the other forsythia. We have something coming up there. I hope that is a wildflower, possibly a sunflower, because I did plant some sunflowers, and then I do have another golden barberry to go down here. So I'll be kind of figure out how I'm going to space stuff out. Gladiolas coming up down there. Daylily and canna lilies coming up back there, and then there's looks kind of like a marigold, but might be some kind of wildflower. So we'll just see what happens in here. And this is the long fence border, or wildflower border, or whatever this ends up being called. I do have some stuff blooming in it, but for the most part, this is the area that's probably overwhelming me the most because, well, no, it's not. It's secondary. The St. Francis garden is overwhelming me the most because I really need to get those native plants planted. So this was the long fence garden bed. Up here on the deck, my planters are going nuts. That is, I believe, Italian oregano in the back, and this is a sedum. Let me find the name of it. All right, I'm not even going to try to say that. But that's what that is, that pretty green stuff up there. And then the blue is lobelia. And then of course the Dusty Miller. And just look how there's 3 of those in there, and there's just 1 in here. But those are just as happy as clams. So the short front deck bed is looking good. The apricot drift rose is getting ready to just throw out a bunch of flowers. The kitten around catmint is making a comeback from being dried out. Little quickfire hydrangea is looking good. Blue star juniper, and then those are Shasta daisies that I had winter sown. And then we have 2 Walker's Low catmint and daylilies on either side. My lemongrass in the back is finally starting to put on some growth, so that's good to see. So I feel like that bed is doing pretty well and looking pretty cute. Over here, we had a fountain casualty. The wind knocked over the top part, so I have 2. My mom had given me the crock pot on top. The base is just the bottom of the old fountain, and it holds the water and the pump, and it's a solar powered pump that I have on it now. And I just stacked 2 crock pots. The light blue one on the bottom I got at Salvation Army. The dark blue on top my mom gave me, and I have rocks in it, and so that kind of also acts like as a pollinator waterer, so the bees and butterflies can get water, and then it does make a little trickling sound. And I like the pop of blue. I like the noise. I like that the butterflies and stuff can get them a drink of water, and I call this my rock soup fountain because you got rocks in a crock pot. And this apricot drift rose bloomed its head off, and now it's kind of done. My winter sown butterfly weeds are still kind of struggling, but they're doing okay. There's 3 Shasta daisies, and we have the row of 4 white garden mums, Miracle on the Hudson rose, and the what's it called? Summer romance lambs here that I divided, obviously not equally, but it finally has perked back up, and it looks like it's even getting ready to bloom. It was angry for a long time about being divided. Dwarf burning bush, more kitten around Nepeta catmint. And I got another snail. Imagine that, got another snail. And then these Shasta daisies down here are doing pretty good. That butterfly weed back there is not happy, so it may not make it, and if it doesn't, then maybe I'll move one from the other end. Purple leaf chanterry has put on some new growth. We have the cat's meow nepeta on either side of the calamintha, and there's some bolts in my flower bed from where my husband has been working on the deck. He's got the perimeter, and then he's been putting in these anchor things for the 4x4s that are going to help brace in the middle. He's going to be doing 2 in the middle. You can see he's got those things there. My veggie garden, which I don't know that I've shown in any other videos, but we have corn and cucumber in this pot. We have carrots in that pot. We have bell peppers and nasturtium in that pot. And then this just looks to be weeds and rosemary and lavender. I need to get those weeds out of there. This is radishes. I've been picking on them radishes and some carrots. And like I said, the radishes are almost all about done. I've been pulling them out as they get some size on them. This is my bush beans. There's 2 or 3 bush bean plants in there. Rosemary, lavender, and a random weed growing out the side. These are my strawberries with a sage plant in it. We have fern leaf dill and spaghetti squash. I was able to gift some spaghetti squash and some cucumbers to a neighbor, and also some bell peppers to a neighbor, so that was nice. The red currant tomato are doing better. I still haven't really put on a lot of size, but we're working with it. This is sweet Italian basil. It's doing pretty good. That's just more marigolds. And then we have marigolds and the 1 Roma tomato in the middle. Here we have 2 nasturtiums and 4 mini bell tomatoes. Over here we have marigolds and zucchini. And that's this completed. We were going to put the shed here, but I think we've decided we're going to put it somewhere else. So I've got to reconfigure this. I may actually, and I'm moving the pond, and that's going to be a whole nother video, but I think the pond now is going to go here between the bottle trees. And so this will be pond, and then this will probably swoop. I was going to carry it 8 feet, but I'm probably going to swoop it in some and then swoop it back out to meet with that end. So it'll kind of like swoop in for the veggie bed and then swoop back out to meet this end of the bed. With the pond somewhere there, it's going to be a 40-gallon wildlife pond, and then I bought a big old planter to make a bog filter out of, and I'll try to show that process. Here we've just got a pile of weeds where he had dumped the last of the dirt, and so I've got to, this is my biggest stressor right now, is the weeds growing and not having the dirt. And you know, St. Francis and the puppy are just hanging out. I gotta take care of these weeds back here. I gotta take care of these weeds here. This is where the pond was gonna go, but now it's been moved. This little fountain is doing good. It's unlevel as all get out, but it's doing well. And so I have, all right, so then this is the wait and see row or whatever it is. And so these irises need to be planted somewhere else. Those lambs there needs to be planted somewhere else. Peonies need to be planted somewhere else. This redbud tree is doing good. We got it from the conservation department. These irises have all bloomed and been doing well. My gooseberry bush is deceased. This is, what are you? You're one of my native plants. Beautyberry. So my beautyberry still alive. This was a crabapple, and it fell over in one of the storms, and I just don't know if it's still alive or not. My other redbud's doing good, so I got 2 redbuds that I can plant. Now 2 out of 3 redbuds survived from the conservation department. Have some, oh, that lamb's ear is blooming, so that lamb's ear needs to go somewhere. More lilies, more iris that need to go somewhere. And you can see some of my native plants have died, or the speedwell has died, the calumet has died, whatever this was. So these are all my native plants that I bought on April 5th, and they still have not gotten in the ground yet. Although this one is loving life, the coreopsis, and this one's doing fairly okay. But yeah, we have some death among us, which is unfortunate, which is very, very unfortunate. But it is what it is. And I just need to get it together, get the dirt in the ground, get those planted. But I'm gonna call that quits on this very whatever end of May garden stroll. Like I said, I've been a little overwhelmed this month, but thank you all for following along. Thank you for those that have liked my videos and left comments. Please like, comment, subscribe. And again, thank you so much for stopping by, and y'all come back.